Hello, I'm ibxtoycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I am going to be doing a lot of walking because there is new terrain. Everything has changed. All of this that you're seeing in my Let's Play world is old, gone, never gonna be seen again terrain, which might be interesting in its own way in a few years, but today, it's day 2 of 1.18. The thing we want to see more than any of that is some brand new terrain, and so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be walking this way. Doing some amount of flying this way too, of course. But I'm going to be going this way and seeing where my old terrain hits new terrain, and then checking out tens of thousands of blocks, because I would walk 50,000 blocks, and I probably would not walk 50,000 more, honestly, because, you know, 50,000 is a lot. At normal walking pace in Minecraft, or actually at sprinting pace in Minecraft, you walk just under 20,000 blocks an hour, if I did my maths correctly, and I really would not trust that I did. And so I'm thinking, like, okay, logically, that means 3 hours if you wanna sprint it. And so yeah, that's why we're mixing in the fireworks here and there. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hey you stud muffin, happy holidays, brother, says the nasty. You know what? Happy holidays to all of you, fellow stud muffins out there. Not a phrase I hear very often, but I'm glad that I get to hear it today. So yeah, we're gonna have to go for a lot of other old terrain first. So I'm gonna fly past it just so you can see, because this world is such an interesting one for the terrain. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not embarrassing to cough so publicly. As we all know, that is a sin now. We do not do that. What's the lava thing? Oh, that's my Never Mountain. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this is terrain post 1.7, like not beta terrain anymore. We're now into full release terrain from 2013 and onwards, as you can see. So it's nice. It's got the small biomes from console. It's kind of fun in its own way. Then what you're going to notice is there's another expansion where we move to about 2015 terrain. There's not many differences, but like fossils generate in different villages and whatnot. That happens about here. And then, after that, line is crossed. You can see the magical line where the old world meets the new one. I'm not sure if that's right here, because this is a new village. Actually, you know, doesn't that... Okay, I think I'm like 99% sure this is as far as I've ever explored on this angle. Because you can see the weird clash of the biomes here. This swamp is just kind of turning into a little forest right here. Actually, let's play detective. Before we do anything else, let's work out the exact point where the switch happens. You can tell this is new terrain, and therefore that is the point right here, because all of this right here is over 128 blocks, which doesn't naturally happen on Bedrock. However, it did happen in the console edition in certain circumstances, and so you can't actually be 100% sure. But yeah, having a new village or a pillager outpost gives you the good clue that that's a thing. And so yeah, the fact that I'm seeing another line over here makes me think that this probably is actually old terrain, because then look at this. There's an ice lake that goes straight into another mountain. So maybe I explored this terrain and I explored the terrain on the other side, but this is all new. I don't know what to take from any of this, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm lost. So that's why the 50,000 blocks we're going to walk, we're going to start maybe a little bit further forward, where it's very clear that it's new terrain only. And yeah, we're going to go on a lovely walk. I brought golden carrots with me so we can walk properly good. And yeah, okay, this is new now. I'm like, there we go. Yeah, we got a big mountain in the distance. Let's do this. Let's go for a walk. ibxtoycat, you're a sexy lobster. Oh no, sorry, a sex lobster. What kind of mad antics are you up to today? Going for a lovely long walk. Honestly, I love, in the real world, I love walking. And you know what else I love? I love talking. It's one of the embarrassing things to admit. Like, I find talking publicly to be, like, a terrible thing. But one of the accidental benefits... Also, do you have any plans for this update? I almost switched at the last minute. There's two cool things I want to do in this update. I want to extend my sugarcane farm, obviously, goes without saying. And I want to collect spore blossoms real bad. Yeah, we found ourselves a little village. So yeah, this is, by the way, I also have mentioned this is a copy of the world. The reason we're... I mean, for now it's a copy. We could make it the major version, should we want to. But for file size reasons, yeah, there's a reason we want to do it that way. Me too, says Kate. I really enjoy a good walk and a good talk. I feel like sometimes that's what you need in life. Another world corruption, here we come. Yeah, that's the biggest reason why I'm being cautious is something like that. But yeah, I want to look for as much new terrain as I can, and rather than doing this whole loading up different worlds, you know, it's way more fun to do a thing. I love arguing. Talking is too boring, says the nasty. I do think there is a truth to that too. Like, normal talking is low stakes. It's fun to like get big and heavy and be like, you know what? So fellas, what do we all think about, how are we all feeling about, I don't know, like, aren't men better than women? There we go, there's a spicy one. Or, are women better than men? There's no nuance in this topic. You're picking a gender or a sex or whatever you want, and you're stack ranking them. We're gonna make a tier list of the genders. I think that's actually a very, very spicy take on the internet to do that. Also, thank you for the 3 months, Rocky and Yipper. I can't imagine the sugarcane farm arc ending, so thankfully the max world height has increased. So yeah, what are we? How are we ranking the genders, chat? What's the deal? You know, how about better than that? Let's rank all of the various ethnicities. I mean, clearly there's got to be a best one, right? I mean, I'm hearing all this talk of. Okay, is that enough spicy? Are we good yet? Chat, are we sufficiently dramaed out for the day? Okay, we can go back to having fun. Sounds good. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be going for a big. Oh, there we go. Look at that. There's our first like actually new biome as opposed to just new terrain in an existing biome. Let's get to the top of that. So my goal here, by the way, is to get to negative 50,000 on the x-axis. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, 1 man, 2 women. Thanks for watching. Ooh, would anyone like to debate his tier list? I'm a trans person joining, just as you said, let's rank the genders. I almost yikesed. See, drama, like, I feel like there is this, like, perfect balance in going for drama topics, right? It's being just enraged enough that you need to say something, but not being so enraged that you go, oh, well, I'm done with it. This all sucks, right? Like, that's why my let's rank the races or the genders gets people going maybe a little bit too crazy in a way that, like, so what does everyone reckon? Pineapple on pizza? Actually, you know what? Pineapple on pizza, way more offensive than the idea of a superior race. But you know, Toycat 1.18 just came out. We've got to talk about Minecraft. So what's the best new biome? What's the best new biome, friends? I hear they added several new ones. Leather boots, please, says Zotel acronym. No, honestly, when you're actually going around one of these biomes, it's so easy to just ignore the powdered snow. So I'm not gonna bother. I think Neverite boots are better. I discussed this in my video, which, oh, I think I can start uploading that now, actually. I've had a mess of a day today. I'm gonna level with you. I am not proud of myself. Okay, oh, it's up, but it's up on a weird drive. Can you send a link? Can you send a link, please? Sorry, I don't save it. Okay, so good news is I don't know. It's like the day of an update, and it's like the most important day to like get a video out there, and like just it's the worst day to have like mistakes compound on. Feeling bad about it. Feeling bad about it. So yeah, as you can see, oh no, I need to get some leather boots on. Otherwise, how else will I deal with this powdered snow, huh? There's just no way, chat. I don't see how I could possibly avoid this powdered snow that's in front of me. It's impossible. There's just no way. I'm gonna have to fall in, aren't I? Oh, I did. Now I'm gonna die. It's over for me now. So yeah, you get the point. Pirate Craggy, thank you so much for becoming the 364th member and joining the Cool Cat Club. Do you like how I updated the message, by the way? I hope you like that I updated the message. Drippy caves, though. I find dripstone caves to be a little bit disappointing. And by a little bit. I guess it's great for finding copper. I might, like, a stream I've wanted to do for a while is mining copper. So people stop telling me to make a copper farm. Like, I want to get, like, an absurd amount of copper, like, you know. An entire shulker box filled with it. Also, non-pineapple pizza is where I draw the line by. You know what? That is incorrect. That is so incorrect. Why is that snowy or snow grayish? I can't tell you why it is, but you can distinctly tell the difference when you look at them. I don't know if it's intentional or what the deal is. If it wasn't for frozen pizza, I would have starved to death, says James Weston. I totally agree on, like, frozen pizza is the simplest frozen meal out there, and it hits pretty good sometimes. If you live in the UK, try Iceland. They've got the best frozen pizzas in the game. Oh, we can actually go to sleep because of this igloo right here. I didn't know igloos could generate on these things. I guess this isn't even a new mountain biome. It's you know, it's actually a plains, snowy plains that just happens to be on a mountain. I don't understand how that works at all. Yeah, no, one of the, no, we're talking about Minecraft. No frozen pizza talk today, chat. If you want frozen pizza talk, go watch my frozen pizza podcast. I wish that was a real thing. Frozen pizza podcast, everyone. I lay frozen batty cloud powder. Also, by the way, I love the fact that we can climb up a cliff and then just kind of fly off it. Isn't this a beautiful way to explore? Isn't this something? Just a heads up, I drank Fanta today. Carry on. Oh, whoa, you drank Fanta today? That is nuts. That is a beverage. I haven't drunken Fanta in a very long time. Anyway, so, this is just a fallen tree. Today is the first day of Streamless. Yesterday was arguably the first day of Streamless, but it causes confusion. Actually, you know what? That's my favorite thing, causing confusion. So welcome to the second day of Streamless. As you might know, in December, I try to stream every day. The logic used to be, basically, like, nowadays, I think I should do the opposite and, like, stream every day of January. Because the idea was, like, streams were one of the best ways to get, like, views. And December is the time where you need to get as many views as possible. So you can, you know, survive. It's like, I have to be like a squirrel, like, fending away the nuts in the good times so that in the bad times I can eat those nuts. I mean, saying I can eat those nuts later is probably not a good thing to say on the internet. But, yeah, no, for real, it's, so one of the best things to do is to stream. Nowadays, I think it's the opposite. Like, we should be focusing on videos rather than streaming. But I like streaming, so I'm gonna be doing a fair few of these. 1.18 just came out. That makes sense. But I think we'll end Streamless, like, earlier this year than normal. I know, I'm very mentally exhausted this year, in a way. I haven't been in previous years. Like, again, today, like, I spent all day, and I'm not even the one editing the video, and I still didn't, like, I got one thing done, and it took, like, my whole mind, and it's not, like, a great video. I mean, wait, it's the best video. Please watch it. But it's like, man, this would be good. I'd be impressed with myself if I did this in half an hour, but it took several hours. And it's like, well, what am I doing with my day? Again, it's easy to get disillusioned sometimes, with yourself, with the world. I don't know what the background song is. I need to turn up my music so I can hear. The best thing about this walk. Oh, I like this one. There we go. Toycat, will you be getting the new achievements, says Hazel Grunts? Yeah, that's one of the streams I want to do. I wanna grab all those achievements. It shouldn't be too hard, right? I'm not keen on the update. Too many hills, lol. Says Diamond Diva. Oh yeah, 100%. Within, like, in about 6 months, maybe not even 6 months, maybe 6 weeks, people are gonna be like, I miss when Minecraft was flat. Like, right now, this is pretty flat like it used to be, right? Now look around me in every direction. There's a hill. There's a forest. There's another hill. It's very hard, you know? It's very hard. By the way, having steak and a golden carrot is a nice little complimentary set of food for when you get down to not sprinting hunger anymore. Oh yeah, I'm loving this music. Thank you for pointing it out, chat. This is exactly why I feel people should stick with old worlds, says Luxanel. Should we try loading up our old world? See how that goes. Wait, you already walked 50k blocks, says Austin S. And today we're walking 50k in another direction. Because I would walk 50,000 blocks, and I probably wouldn't walk 50,000 more. Because 50,000 is kind of plenty many, And maybe we shouldn't set unrealistic expectations. It's December, crack open the Bucks Fizz. I don't go like supermarket shopping anymore since living in London. Probably says something concerning about my diet. I haven't seen Bucks Fizz yet. I saw it in like November and I was excited to buy some. You know, I want some Bucks Fizz. Should I get some Bucks Fizz? I think I should get some Bucks Fizz. What do we reckon, chat? How do we feel about Bucks Fizz? I want some Bucks Fizz. Christmas drunk stream when? Maybe that's what we'll do for the last. You know, why don't I have Bucks Fizz right now? I like sugar. I need it in my body. I actually, you know, yesterday by accident, I had the worst sugar crash, and I was trying to work out like, why is this? And I worked out that for every meal besides breakfast, I just had like something that was basically sugar. I had these like fizzy, I forget what they're called. They're like Warhead something for the like pre-lunch snack. I had two tubs of ice cream for lunch, and then I had the lemonade during the stream, and I had some form of cake for dinner. And I was like, oh yeah, no, that is in fact that there is a reason that my body doesn't feel good after consuming all of that. Like, I didn't put it together. I was like, ooh, I feel like I don't have much energy for some reason. 2 whole tubs, kind of impressive, says Danielle. Oh, I should say, like the miniature ones, like that big. You know, I'm gonna leave. I know. I'm gonna prefer to leave it on record. No, 2 tubs of ice cream. Let's not clarify. No idea. Never heard of Bucks Fizz. No clue what it is. It's one of the delightful. By the way, we've just seen an endless number of these snowy villages in a way that is very interesting, in my opinion. Like, this is like our 5th one. What about a social experiment, IBX? I had one that I was going to do, but the guy who was helping me on it, he's dealing with a lot right now. So I'm gonna let him deal with that instead, if not. Oh, fun fact, you can't left trigger snow anymore. You used to be able to. Now we can't. So sad. Okay, so maybe it's we just have a silk touch pickaxe and that's why we can't. I mean shovel. 2 bathtubs of ice cream. So you're right, 2. If you get one of those miniature bathtubs and eat that. You know, wait, chat. I think I've just worked out what my new signature. Cause you know, I miss having the fishbowl. But, like, I tried buying other fish bowls. It's just not the same. There was something special about that fish bowl that we just can't fill in otherwise. I think I'm going to buy myself... You know what? Yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to buy myself a bathtub. Okay. I'm downloading the video now. Hope this doesn't ruin the stream. Download. Okay. Bathtub. Amazon.co.uk. Bathtub... But like drink. Okay, bathtub drink. Oh, they do sell miniature bathtubs. I knew they would. You know, this is the problem. It used to be like, whoa, you can drink out of a bathtub. Now it's like, I know someone sells a bathtub I can drink out of. How big is it? And should I drink out of it? This is what it looks like in case you're curious. Oh, I can't. Amazon pictures aren't actually pictures. Today I learned. Okay, wait. Okay, this is what it looks like in case you're curious. As you can see, it's very nice. Again, a little cocktail going on in there. And then people will be confused as to why I'm drinking out of a bathtub. How nice. How much? It only stores about 300 milliliters, so I need to get like a big bathtub. Big bathtub drink. Oh, they don't look like bathtubs once they get any bigger. They start to look like this. Can we all agree that if your bathtub looks like this, something is wrong with you? This is the second option for bathtubs. Again, it's a tub, but like it's not really a bathtub, is it? No. If we're gonna put drinks in something, definitely should be bathtub looking. I guess we don't have a choice. We go with the tiny bathtub, or we go with a bucket. Those are my choices. I have given up on life. If anyone can find me a big I want a bathtub like this big that I can drink out of, and then people go, is that a bathtub? And I'll say, nope, it's a drinking apparatus. Fishbowl of Amazon. We all know it won't be the same. We all know. a bucket. That actually might be fun, like an actual... that actually does sound like a fun thing. I used to have a bucket when I was younger. Like, I don't know why. My mother just gave me a bucket when I was 14. And, like, didn't like, say, do this with it. It was just like, here's a bucket. Work out a use for it. And, like, I always remember thinking, like, it's kind of gross in there. Like, probably because I used it for rubbish. And then, like, stopped. You know, long story short here is I don't think I can drink out of a bucket because I'm going to think about that bucket, you know? Castle bucket. In Portugal, that's a tank. You know what? Maybe I should drink from a thing. Also, just like a pail or like a full-on bucket? What's the difference between a pail and a bucket? I'm not experienced enough to tell you what we're talking about. Have you been diamond mining in 1.18 yet? Says Darak Houston. I actually haven't been. I want to like make sure that I know how to do all the types of mining for a video, and so I think I want to stream before I do my Let's Play episode and like how to mine every ore. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Also, by the way, someone said just get a clean bucket. See, that's the problem with association, though, is that, like, you know something is logically correct, but you also can't. And I feel like my brain's particularly bad about getting sticky with that. By the way, isn't this the cutest little island? Is this not the cutest island you've ever seen? I like this island a lot. It's, you know, I like that. I like what I'm seeing. It's adorable. I don't like the thousands of blocks of ocean. I mean, 2 ocean monuments is cool, don't get me wrong. But I feel like flying for this long is not the ideal form of transport. So yeah, there's the island. It's gonna leave our render distance soon. So sad. Toycat has so many stream ideas, he needs an assistant to remember them because he never will. Yeah, I'm doing a bad job on the whole having an assistant. You know, it's don't worry, I spoke to my old assistant today, so I'm allowed to trash talk her ability to do her job. I kind of hired an assistant that wasn't like actually an assistant, that was like, yeah, this is just like what we'll call it so people know to like, you know, like that they should, you know, it was like a prestige thing of like, you know, it's like being, I want to speak to the manager of Toycat, but it was assistant. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe as a result, I don't need an assistant. I just need someone in my life who remembers things that I say. Or maybe that's what an assistant is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Oh, here we go. We got a Meadow Biome, which actually has different flowers in it. Nice. Love to see it. Love to see it. You should build a dirt hut at the end, says Mock Fish. That is a bad idea. That's a calendar. Oh, I've got the worst thing. Like, I know that when I write things down, I remember them better. But I despise writing things down so much. I'm just like, I'll remember this without. I don't need to write this down. I'll just, like, I'll totally remember it. And it'll be literally 15 seconds later that I'm like, what don't I need to remember to write down? Probably nothing. And that happens to me all the time. Literally all of the time. It is confusing, it is concerning. I don't know how, I don't know what, I don't know why. I mean, the converse side, oh, by the way, wish I had some leather boots right now, huh? I mean, not really. So yeah, this is, okay, here's some new terrain. Looking good in all the directions. But also doing that same thing of like, yeah, it is very hilly. But who needs executive function anyway, says Cracked Magnet. That is a term I've only learned because of the whole... You know there's that fad on the internet of like, everyone has ADHD. Have you ever felt bored? Symptom of ADHD. Do you ever enjoy things sometimes and not other times? Also, take my money. Thank you very much for the... Wait, okay, I'm on Amazon. I should be on the tip page. Thank you very much, Ribena Bottle 619. I love Ribena. Whenever I'm sick... Again, this is one of those, like, dumb things that's grilled into me from childhood. Also, are you considering doing the all-new achievement stream? If not, you should. I totally am. Yeah, so, all new achievements, and then whatever else I just suggested I do right now, like 5 minutes ago, I'm gonna do that as well. It's a good thing. Like, do you guys ever lose focus in something? ADHD. Do you sometimes, like, fall asleep and then it's hard because you're thinking about things? ADHD. Do you ever look up symptoms of ADHD? You wouldn't be looking them up if you didn't have ADHD. Also, Squelchy, hey Toycat, how you doing? I want to ask if you had a Discord or a Discord server, because I have an idea I wanted to share with you. Discord.gg/Toycat, but if you want to share an idea with me, you're probably best doing it on Twitter or Reddit or something. Today I was playing and I accidentally threw my netherite at a zombie. Then he killed me with it, then he despawned. Wow, we had a 4 in a row tip train right there, by the way. Thank you to Lizzie S, Too Many Goats, Squishy, and, wait, no, that was 5 tips already. Oh, no, that's 6 with bee stems. Honey bee stems, I found the perfect bathtub for you. Okay. I didn't know that you could send links via stream tips, but today we learned. It's a white doll bathtub by Sophia's 18-inch doll tub. What is 18 inches? I should know this. Okay, wait. Everyone knows 6 inches, so you just... That's the size of bathtub I'm looking for. Wait, it's for dolls? That's okay. 1.5 US rulers. Do you know rulers in the UK have inches on one side and centimeters on the other? So I can work out 12 pretty well from that. Okay, I want this, but I want a doll bathtub. Doll bathtub. Damn it, they're tiny in the UK. Why didn't you find it on .co.uk? I don't live in them. Okay, actually, maybe I can. Okay, wait. So all I have to do... Okay, if I order it now, there's $16.43 in shipping, and it won't arrive until Tuesday, December the 14th. But it would be nice. Does it come with the... Oh, it comes with the doll! Chat. Okay, wait, I want to show you this, chat. I'm sorry, I need to show you this. I'm worried it's gonna do that whole like, ooh, would you like to learn? Do you want to show off your address to the internet? Okay, so let me just close this down. Oh wait, I didn't hit download on that file yet. Wait, I must have. I did. Okay. Now I hit upload on that. Upload videos. Okay. So now I hope the stream doesn't break while I'm uploading. You know, uploading and making, and okay, I'm doing this correctly. I'm sorry, I know what I'm doing here, chat. Okay, so the person who just sent me a link to this. I know I have too many tabs. Don't question me. They've sent me a link to this, where as you can see, you get a little bathtub, which is 18 inches apparently. As you can see, it's a delightful bathtub, but you also get a doll. And so, you know, I'm just saying, we get a little hairbrush, we get a little, what is that? Like a little flower for the hair? Yeah, it's 15 by 5 by 4 inches. So 15 is like that, by 5 is like that, maybe, and then by 4. So like this big. This is not useful for the internet at all, is it? What do you reckon, chat? Shall I get it? Again, ignoring the sales taxes and ignoring the $16.43 it costs to ship to the UK. Should we do it? What do you reckon? I reckon we should. We'll obviously chop off the shower that she's holding, and then, but I think we'll keep the rest, right? I think we should keep the rest. So that's $35.73. Is this actually a smart idea? I doubt it will come in time. You know, I want to drink Bucks Fizz out of a bathtub. It literally says "Doll not included." Do you read the? I'd say the small print, but it's quite big print. Do you read the big print on things? You're not doing US consumerism correctly. What you do is you take a clear flaw in the product and you wait until after you've bought it, and then you get mad. That's how America works, and I love it. Tax for Daddy Toycat. Thank you so much for the...
for Daddy Toycat.
You know what? I'm concerned by your methods, but I appreciate your love, Dean Potts. You know what? After Dean Potts, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something pans is the joke, but I can't work it out. But no, thank you so much. Sounds like you need some bribe money for boots now. For boots? Oh, for the leather boots. I feel like using leather boots is just objectively dumb. Like, oh no, there's no other way to avoid powdered snow. I don't want the doll. 2 weeks later, where is my doll? That whenever I'm buying something, I mean, I'm genuinely that way. I'm like, I really don't need most of these features. But then the thing arrives and I'm like, let me play around with these. And then I'm sad that it doesn't work like how I imagined it. I wanted to excessively in my head.
Bathtub fund.
Hey! So what do you reckon, chat? Are we gonna get ourselves a bathtub? I mean, we now have what is $35 and £20. I imagine we're like halfway there, right? That's gotta be true. And you know what? I spoke too soon. I guess we're
Bathtub drink fund.
I guess we can buy a bathtub. Okay, now we just need the money for the Bucks Fizz. I mean, you know, if you ask the internet politely, I find they are very generous. And there we go. That's sorted too. So we're also enjoy. Why are we looking at Doll Tub anyway? So funny to log into the stream for this. So yeah, I wanted a container to drink out of. It's kind of like drinking out of a water bottle is so basic. Like I hate myself. Thank you very much, HCCNA. This is to help the bathtub. Bucks is $3.50 if that. Okay, thank you so much. I think we're gonna get the bathtub then, okay? I guess we're gonna order it all the way from America. It's gonna take 2 weeks to get here. But that's gonna be my Christmas present to myself now. I guess it's your Christmas present.
Get the damn tub.
Rubber tub. Okay, you know what? First of all, have to say, thank you to Rosie Farrow and Dazed and Confused Sean for getting it. But award of the stream goes to Jacqueline Smith for that rubber dub dub. Get the damn tub. That is, I guess we're, you know, right now, I'm buying the tub. I'm buying it. Okay. So, okay, again, this costs 35. Okay, so I'm gonna buy it right now. You can't see my screen because I don't want to share my payment information. I'm sorry. It's also that I can't, okay. Keep me signed in to Amazon.com. If you're curious, Amazon.com and .co.uk are like very different. Like they save certain things, but it's a real pain to move things across. Okay, so now I'm gonna pay using a American Express card. Gotta get those sweet points on the Oh, it's only gonna cost $33. I don't understand how. No, it's £33. Oh yeah, they're charging me $7.15 in VAT. This is a $42 purchase. Chat, I just like
Drunk cat fund.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in chat for you. Which shipping option do you think we should use? I want to hear your thoughts. Those are the shipping options I have to choose between. There's 2 week shipping, which is $16, and there's 1 week shipping, which is $22. I don't know if I have to pay VAT on the shipping fees. Actually, that's a good question. I might have to, but it's gonna be 20%. So we'll make it increase from $42 to $47. Should we do it still? Also, hanging out with some. Oh wait. Okay, so I'm gonna do a poll in the chat, by the way. $16 2 week, $22 2 week. Well, 1 week, sorry. Which shipping? Also, thank you, Anthony Gott. Hang out from the. Okay, so Drunk Cat Fun from Dean Potts again. Which shipping? Thank you for the love and affection I am seeing today. I am hugely appreciative of it. So thank you, Squashy, and thank you, Eli. Dude, hell yeah, buy it. Okay, we're doing a poll, and you guys can work out which shipping method I could use. Bear in mind, this is a $42 bathtub. I mean, that's including the shipping, but like, this is $42 to $48. Why not send it to someone in the state that you know haven't posted to you? Would probably be cheaper. Says Ice Maiden. I do have a lot of, I know, I try not to bug my American friends with like, can you do this entirely unnecessary thing for me? You know, you gotta be on a certain closeness level to, you know, and I hate when people get to my closeness level where they can annoy me with small things. You know, it's hard to let people in that close, and so I try not to do it to other people. And probably not safe to drink out of. You can bug me, Mr. Cat. Okay, send me a bathtub. I'll just send you my address, and then you can mail me the. What's the name of the anthrax? Is it? That's, you know, and then we'll be good. Rubber duck fun, says Cat Beanie. Also, I've seen a couple of people are saying you shouldn't drink out of it. So Cat contributing to Team Seasons by drinking out of a reusable bathtub instead of a disposable water bottle. I know, I'm kind of a hero. Okay, so chat is agreeing we should spend $22 on the 1 week shipping. Bathtub fund. Okay, we're gonna drink out of a bathtub. It's been decided. Thank you for supporting me in my ventures. I've never felt like people get me as much as we do right now, chat. You know, okay. So just to confirm, I'm gonna switch to 1 week shipping. The total is now $49.68, or £38 and... Okay, I'm gonna post that in chat just so you can know the it is insane how much it costs to get a white. There's gotta be an equivalent in the UK. Okay, I'm gonna one last search on Amazon. Doll bathtub. I'll just search doll bathtub. There's gotta be one that is that. We have tiny bathtubs in the UK, and I'm really disappointed in us. There's a 51 by 27.5 by 60. Oh, it's more expensive to buy the... Okay, so there's this bathtub, which doesn't look enough like a bathtub to me, but if you want to see it anyway. I can't send pictures because Amazon sucks. So this is a £38 bathtub. But again, it's kind of pink. It looks like a random plastic tub. I think the one that I got linked earlier might have been the classiest one I'm gonna find. You know what? It'll pay for itself if you. I mean, it has. I mean, the idea of purchasing it has paid for itself. So let's buy it, chat. Let's do it. I'm gonna ask to place my order in US dollars because it saves me a tiny bit of money. Gonna make sure it ships to the UK. It is. Place your order in USD. I just spent $49.69, chat. Okay, that's a normal day. You're welcome. We did it. We pulled the trigger. I'd show you the order confirmation, but it says shipping to, you know, Andrew, your boy, and then it has my address in there, which is probably not ideal to share on the internet. So it's estimated to arrive on December the 7th.
Tax goes to weird stuff is my jam.
Toycat Anthrax Fund / Toycat Tax. Thank you, Cheese God Danielle, and indeed Mischievous. Good to see you, by the way. Welcome to Streammas. Merry Streammas. On the second day of Streammas, your Toycat gave to me. What will you be doing with the goal, says Cassie Kaiser? I'm really excited for the doll that definitely comes with the bathtub. What should we do with the doll, chat? Get some baby rubber ducks, says Kit Kat. Best bit about rubber ducks is I bet I could find them in the UK and I wouldn't have to pay $22 to have... I don't get how it takes a week to ship it if I give them $22. I have Prime, by the way, for what it's worth. Obviously, this isn't a Prime item. But, like... Anyway, drown it in the tub, says Cheese God. You know, we could show what a bad parent I am by drowning it in a tub of alcohol. Which is, you know... I'm just saying. Everyone here keeping me in the streaming business rather than the parent business. You guys are saving... Look at this cave right here. I know I can't... I know I shouldn't be doing this right now. But I want to fly in. Oh, isn't this beautiful? Oh, I knew this would happen. Look at that. There's a perfect way out right here. So I can just in and out like that. This is such a nice cave, though. I have to go back in. I have to go back in. Oh, look at this cave. Look at this cave. Isn't this something? This is too much dripstone even. So yeah, I like this cave. Might come here for my mining copper. At least for a start of it. No, we're too far away from spawn. We'd have to never portal over here. You know, I can never portal over here. Okay, this was fun. Earth Gash, I like cookies, drink the doll. I mean, you can drink anything, right? The only thing stopping you is states of being, which can be changed with enough heat.
Today was return to office day. I am traumatized. I don't know what happened in my office over the last 600 plus days. The majority of my PC peripherals were broken. Here is your allowance.
Thank you so much, Pookie Helms, for the $9.99 super chat. It's wacky that I didn't... Like, I think you said you lived in Texas before, and so, like, you would have guessed Texas is one of those states where there was never a return to office day, because there was never a leave the office day. But again, I guess It just means that instead of being government forced, it's probably employer forced. And so, yeah, I can't. I'm curious about what people were doing with those peripherals. Is there just a ton of staff in there, like covering them and what's the alcoholic stuff that we clean things with? Hand sanitizer. Are you planning on adopting your Sky Height farms in 1.18? Yeah, the sugarcane farm. I have a thumbnail for it. Do you want to see my thumbnail? Do you want to see my thumbnail, internet? I'll show you my thumbnail. Oh, I thought I downloaded it already. This is okay. Here we go. What do you? Okay, honestly, can you critique this thumbnail? I kind of like it. You know, it's like I like a lot about. But I've got a new thumbnail guy. His name's Brandon. He's done a pretty good job. But there's something about this is missing, right? Something about this thumbnail is just not quite there. I can't work out what though. Again, like it's good. I love the text up here in the top left. I'm loving the little zoom in on the sugarcane. But something is missing. It's a bit hard to understand. Yeah, it's not immediately showing that is true. More arrows. Sugarcane is too small. Add some clouds. Ooh, yeah, some clouds maybe. That's a good idea. Add a shocked face in the corner. Oh, whoa, by the way, look at this. This is my Let's Play World, bear in mind. If you want to see the seed. Oh, it doesn't say everything. But, this is my Let's Play World. And we just found a woodland mansion while just walking around. I mean, walking around in big air quotes. That's pretty cool. Turn up the saturation to 200% to get those clicks. I miss the days when people did, like, that wasn't a widespread known trick. That just saturation meant more clicks. That was, like, my little secret. Like, obviously, I learned it. And, yeah. Like, actually, I had saturation up anyway, just because, like, I thought it looked better in my videos. But I miss the good days. As, the 0% that reads the description, you haven't changed it from last stream. Oh, Fix Sand, you are the first person to notice. Walking 50k blocks. There we go. That's a nice description. It's the wrong font. I hate change. If you hate change, then you should stop paying with larger amounts of currency than is necessary. That's my pro tip. So yeah, we can break in here. We can get a lovely thing. Try and find an efficiency hat. I mean, we got lots of things here, but no efficiency hats, sadly. I miss the good old days. Honestly, I feel like... I don't know why I've wanted to make this video forever, but like critiquing all of the Woodland Mansion rooms one by one. I don't know when that could ever come up, but I want to do it. I've been following a Woodland Explorer map for 3 hours, and it led me to an empty spot in the middle of the ocean, says Orby fan. That's brutal. Also, look how perfect the coordinates are on this thing, by the way. Wait, real quick. Okay, I'm gonna fly to the top of this thing. Okay, look how perfect the coordinates are. Oh, isn't that satisfying? Isn't that satisfying? Oh, yeah. That's good. If I dig one block down, it'll be more satisfying. Architectural reviewer for Woodland Mansion. See, now there's a good idea. There's a good idea. Judge it by the laws of Feng Shui. I, could play the fun game of how much would it cost to purchase a Woodland Mansion. What I love is, I don't know why I've been into this, like, loop of YouTube videos, but people watching fictional houses in TV shows are, like, estate agents, and then, like, working out how much it would cost to actually buy. So, like, you know, like, the apartment in Friends and how much that would have cost and how somehow they afforded it on a waitress salary. You know, because it's rent control. But anyway, but, like, it's fun to, like, learn about that stuff. Location, location, location. Man, I wish non-British people had location, location, location. Actually, let me tell you. So this is, I had a very long sad period this year. Who knows why. And, during that time, I was in an airport in the northeast of America. And I didn't have a phone. My phone had broken. And, like, honestly, losing a loved one it pales in comparison to losing your phone. Like, your phone knows you better, so much better than any loved one conceivably could. By the way, we found another meadow. I like this meadow. This is like a solid one. I hate the color of the grass, but everything else is solid. So yeah, let's fly over to that village right there. Let's check it out. Toycat is currently breaking and entering a race of villagers that are unjustly being stereotyped as criminals. Anyway, so yeah, losing a loved one, it pales in comparison to losing a phone, because like, there's so many micro moments in a day that you don't realize are hell without a phone. It's like, okay, so I managed to check in for my flight by speaking to a human being. Ooh, pain. What if I want to check the time? I can't check the time. Luckily, it's an airport, right? So you just have to, you know, look for a clock or a gate that'll say it. But then when you're on the plane, it's like, what time is it? I don't know. I'll look out the window. If I don't see New Jersey, then it's probably not 2 p.m. yet, which is when my flight lands. I'm somewhere between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. No way of ever working out anything more precise than that. Toycat's burger grandmother looking down from heaven, hearing him say he prefers his phone. You know what? I genuinely haven't had a family member that I knew, like, I haven't had a family member that I've known, you know, like, that I have regular contact with, as in more than once a year, die yet. I'm wondering when it will happen. Like, I haven't been to a funeral. Like, no one, not even someone in my extended life that I have to pretend to care about, but I don't really know has died. So, soon someone's gonna die, and I'm gonna be like, wow, this is so much easier than losing a phone. Normalize telling the time using the sun, says Michael D. I mean, that would work if it weren't for goddamn daylight savings messing us all up. Okay, sun's in the middle in the sky. It's midday, unless it's daylight savings, which is how we save daylight, and so it's a winter thing. If it's the winter, then ignore that, because it's 1 p.m. when that's in the sky, roughly. My grandpa died when I was like 14. My cousin cried at the funeral, and I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, when I was younger, that would have been my reaction too. Like, maybe bad at showing emotions. Maybe I'm just so good at showing emotions. I'm really not sure. Become friends with Toycat, become immortal. We aren't farm anymore. Why do we even need daylight? That's what makes me mad. Like, oh yeah, we need to make sure we change them clocks so we can save daylight so the crops don't... It's like, what? You know, daylight is for plants. Are you a plant? I don't think so. I wonder how people on time for Zoom calls during the Stone Age. Exactly. I've never been to a funeral. Oh, it's not just me. I mean, like, statistically, so many people die, right? Like, it's every year. It's you know that every time I talk about death, someone who hasn't confronted their own mortality is like, please, Toycat, stop. I'm gonna live forever, and that's my current view on life. And like, obviously, you can't drag people into the world of accepting death, but I think you should be dragged into it. The Infinite Ravine is beyond broken. Got 5 diamonds from near the village near spawn. I mean, that's cool, but is it an infinite ravine? I heard someone found an infinite ravine seed for 1.18. I haven't fact-checked that one yet. Should ask Mr. Crack Magnet. Hey Toycat, thanks for this amazing stream. It makes me happy just watching you play Minecraft because I cannot leave the house because I have COVID. Thanks for making me laugh and smile. Thank you. You know what? Thank you for watching. You know, just because you have COVID doesn't mean you can't leave the house. The trick is, you gotta continuously, I'm not gonna make my joke. You know, I can joke about death. I joked about the genders earlier, but I daren't. I don't know how you say the word daren't. You know, like dare not, daren't. It just sounds like I'm saying like a name. Like, all right, daren't. How's it going? You doing good over there, Mr. Daren't? Am I saying it correctly? Daren't. I daren't speak about the COVID. Not here, not on the internet. Not with all these strangers watching. Yeah, I daren't. I was at a funeral yesterday, my mum. I never cried. It was my great-grandmother she was 92. See, right, like, I have a family member who is 100 and, or maybe she's 98 or something, but if she's not 100 now, she's gonna be 100 soon. I'm not gonna be sad or surprised when she dies. Like, I'm surprised every year. I'm surprised every like couple years I hear about her and I'm like, she's alive? Huh. Odd. You know? I'm actually, like, honestly, that sounds mean, but it's the coolest thing knowing that, like, oh, because so much of living long, like, a lot of it is lifestyle based, but some of it's genes based, right? If you come from a family of young dyers, you might die too. I meant my mum cried lol, not me, and should I feel bad? Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. You went to the funeral. You've got closure. You can move on with your life, and you can make jokes about COVID. Cat, you never talked about your dad. Yeah, it's my dad's mum's mum, who is 100 or 90 some. It's so old that, like, you know what? In my genes somewhere, I have that I could live to 100 if I don't get as long as I'm not getting in too many e-scooter accidents at 95, I'll be fine. My mum takes care of elderly people and she wants to die by 85. Oh yeah, we need life improvement technologies by then. Or failing that, we need VR. I don't want to be using my physical body past like 60. Or even right now, like, see your Twitter. I sent you a pic of the Infinite Ravine from my base. Hey, thank you, MNT Green Adventures. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. There's no point counting once they're over 90. One of my favorite, like, quirks of humanity is that we kind of assume, we picture, like, the way life expectancy works as being like, yeah, you have a very high chance of making it to 80, a lower chance of making it to 90, etc. But what it is in every year of life, you have a set chance of making it through to the next year of life. 99.9% of 14-year-olds make it to be 15, but only 85% of 91-year-olds make it to be 92. It's possible to have good physical life into one's 80s nowadays. It's unusual, but possible. Yeah, but, like, am I living that perfect life right now, or maybe am I not? Like, if you, when I look at the world's richest men, right, like the Jeff Bezoses of the world, so much of their concerns must be something along the lines of, like, I have more money than I can spend. And, you know, like, obviously they're focused on, like, all the weird tasks. How do I make sure my body can keep up with my money count? Like, I wonder, like, the level of health and fitness and, like, you know, like, diet management even. Like, eating, you know, the micromanagement at that level genuinely makes sense in a way it doesn't otherwise. You know, can I tell you about something I think is, I don't know if this is, like, okay, I don't know what I feel about this. I'll tell you about it, then I'll talk about it later. But, in the, ooh, a ton of iron ore. In the, oh, Christ. Oh, no. Something I've noticed is every doctor asks something like, so what do you do for a job? And then they tailor what, like, medication they kind of give you based on what you need to do. Because they know that you're gonna... And so I have a friend who is long-term unemployed. Working, like, she's not good at working. Maybe is the polite way to put it. And so she she has this, like, terrible thing where she can't walk. And like, the doctors are just like, it'll be gone in about 6 to 10 weeks. Just try not to walk. And it's fascinating to me because I feel like there's no way that's the response they give someone who's, like, you know, a builder or, like, a whatever executive. And in the same way, like, I said to when I was at the hospital, like, because I had I had some fractured bones. I was like, so I need to be able to play Minecraft. I didn't say it that way. I should have said it that way. Yeah, then they were like, okay, yeah, here's what you can do to be able to do that. Same with, like, I'm going to be able to ride my bike. And they're like, yeah, try not to use any pressure on this right foot and try to use the electric you know, assistance as much as you can, stuff like that. And it was interesting because, like, yeah, if you just accept, like, oh, I won't do this thing, they're like, okay, awesome, great. But if you push past it, they're like, okay, here's how you actually do that.
I hate daylight savings time. If politicians knew what a BYOKit is to convert a timestamp saved in UTC format to a time zone in the US, they would put an end to it.
Yeah, the computer end of time zones is the worst bit. Like, it does have to be said. Like, you know, it doesn't, like, one of my favorite things is the way, like, is it called Linux time? Like, the time format that all things are saved in. And, like, trying to convert that into a time, like, just the amount of mess that it can create is always fascinating to me. It's been a while since I Unix timestamps. Oh, it's not Linux timestamp, it's Unix time. My bad, I'm sorry. See, that's how little I know about the world. It's been too long. It's been too long. Army time is what I use. Ooh, you use the time they use in the army with all the extra digits. That sounds fun. Linux being budget Windows. Linux is Windows for people who like to Linux is Windows for people who like to talk about their operating system multiple times a day. It's like, oh yes, I was just doing this Linux thing. Oh, do you not know Linux? It's this great operating system. I'll send you 6 easy videos. Once you watch all of those, you'll be able to watch this other video on how to use Linux. And then, you know, just as long as you don't want to run any applications, then it's like so much better, the workflows, you know. Time is a confusing topic. So, okay, have you seen the bug where all copper above Y163 and below 172 generates as coal instead? I haven't seen that bug. As a Linux user, I can't deny, says Rhinonymous. Anyway, my girlfriend uses military time. It makes me think mad every time I ask her, because she makes me do mental math and I don't like thinking. You know what? First of all, I do agree that, like, not, like, having to think when you don't want to think, one of the worst things in the world, can confirm. Apparently it's good for you, like, for, I've been looking into, like, dementia, because, like, you know, it's ideal not to have dementia, right? That's my hot take of the day. And, yeah, like, there's something about, like, tasks, like, doing too many repetitive tasks versus doing, like, thinking-based tasks. There's, like, a probable link in there. It's very interesting. So, Cat, why specifically 50,000 blocks? It's just a nice little target, right? We're going to see a healthy amount of 1.18 terrain. And because it's all the same world, we're like, you know, I think it'd be fun. Maybe I figured wrong. Can you bring back the crosshair mic? Oh, no, don't do this to me, Spider. I don't know how he didn't do it to me, but I'm glad that he did not. Anyway, perks of dementia. My granddad forgot he smokes. That actually is a perk, right? That's exciting. You just gotta get dementia and then unget dementia, but without getting all those memories back. Honestly, you know, no dementia jokes. You know, like I had a really good one, but I kind of forgot it. But honestly, that's one of those things that someone writes a comment about 3 years from now, saying how they've lost faith in my ability to you know, like something. I'm sorry in advance, person who's offended by that. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, the important thing that I'm trying to say here is that I'm definitely scared of dementia. I have bad memory already. Oh yeah, horrified. Like, so I'm like I don't like to admit that I'm a paranoid person. I'd like to believe that I'm, you know, like, paranoia is only paranoia when it's incorrect. Like, I'm not paranoid that my, you know, I'm not paranoid that my insurance company is screwing me over. They are screwing me over. I'm not paranoid that we're getting slightly less content in each major new Minecraft update. That is a thing that has happened, right? Whereas I am paranoid that my fire alarms are speaking to me. I am paranoid that my bike is gonna break the moment it goes past the year warranty or whatever. I guess it's paranoid when it's not sure. Anyway, so just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you. See, right, like, I bet you would describe people like the Edward Snowdens of the world as being paranoid. And then, like, again, maybe you'd find out that actually... Whatever. Interesting stuff. We can talk about paranoia this time. So, I know that having, like, whenever I forget something, and someone's like, oh yeah, here's this thing that you said, or like, I said this, and it's fine, I have this, like, deep fear of, like, what if they are lying to me? You know, like, and so I know if I was an old person with dementia, you know, if someone was like, look, here's pictures of us together, Dad, I guess, yeah, it's not gonna be a child, it's gonna be someone saying daddy. Here's some pictures of us together. Here's that time you, did something inappropriate to explain on a Minecraft stream. And I'd be like, no, these are like, if someone came up to me today and was like, look, trust me, I am your child, I'm your girlfriend, I'm your dad, you just don't know me, look, here's pictures of us together, I remember things that you know, you've got a scar on your left nostril, or like, I have a scar like here, that you can't, I don't know why you can't spot on cameras, but I have a pretty bad, like, it shows up sometimes, because I fell over in the bath when I was like 3. I learned recently, I didn't fall over in the bath. My memory is me falling over in the bath. My brother told me, like, oh yeah, when I was like 2, I pushed you over in the bath because I was mad, and then you went to the hospital and I felt bad about it. And I was like, oh, that's good that I didn't remember it that way. Anyway, yeah, if someone says all that stuff, I'm still gonna be like, no, you're not really my dad, lost girlfriend, or brother. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's, why is everyone talking about death and taxes? What did I miss on the internet? They're the 2 things you can't avoid, right? We should get a boat and check out these rivers. I love the idea of navigating a ton of rivers. Seems like fun. Toycat, I'm your girlfriend's dad, uncle's nephew's daughter's boyfriend. 1.18 caves are wonderful. No more boring dead-end caves, and now we all need big dungeons. If the person you're talking to is your sister, your girlfriend, your wife, and your dad, it's time to leave the deep south of the USA. Hey, nice one, Jeff Watkins. Toycat, remember Toycat's left nostril in case we have to differentiate from a clone in a gun showdown. I think I've said this before, and maybe it's the most damning statement about myself. I don't think I'd get along with a clone of me. Like, I'd get along with him because we both know that, like, we are each other and we have to do well. But if it's like, he knows he's a clone and I don't know he's a clone, I would despise, like, a second version of me. Just be like, oh god, we get it. You have a thing you want to tell us about and you're excited. Stop doing that waggling of your hands or whatever. Like, okay, yeah, chat has agreed. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll so I can see more chat right now, by the way. Oh god, I would hate me, says KitKat. I wonder if maybe one of the ways to have an easier life is just to be the sort of person that you can get along with. The level of self-loathing is concerning. I think it's I'd like to believe it's actually just that I hate everyone and everything. So much so that I'm self-aware enough that I know that, like, oh, we're walking the wrong way. I don't know when I switched. Oopsie. When in doubt, fly up. Hey, long time no see. Good to see you, Jen Emerson Hutchings. Thank you so much for 7 months. It says has joined the Cool Cat Club. Oops. I guess depending on the name, it makes sense. I'm very antagonistic when I hate myself so much because I would want to hate me. I mean, sometimes you're gonna get in an argument with someone, and sometimes that someone is yourself. Damn, you forgot the direction. You know how it gets sometimes. Yeah, if you want to know about my wasteful habits, now that my studio's on the 3rd floor. By the way, I've got oh whatever, I'll save it. I have a ton of games up here I've got to sort out. It's gonna be a whole thing. But yeah, Thank you so much, Joshua McKenna, for the 2-month support cat. Welcome to the coolest, cattest, clubbest. Your stream distracted me and I ate way too much soup. Now I'm suffering the consequences, says Soggy Toast. Oh, it's funny, you're soggy toast. Are you soggy from the soup? I bet you are. We've officially got 1 year of members. I mean, the again, I think I want to turn it off. Besides maybe for certain things. But it's kind of misleading because a lot of those are like people who have already become a remember, but you get like every month you get a chat, which I think is a good thing, but I think it should like show in the chat maybe and then either show on screen or not show at all. Because right now it shows as if they've just become a member, which isn't true because they're not adding one to the counter, right? Oh, look at this cave, by the way. I like what I'm seeing here. Oh yeah, that's something, huh? I love this little ice spike that kind of forms right into it. This is what I'm talking about when I say new mountain biomes. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's something. But on the other hand, more pig step. Yeah, it's a compelling argument, thick sand. It's a compelling argument. That's a Chad Ravine cave. It can be confusing. Yeah, my goal in life is for things to be less confusing. Would it be nice if we all just understood things? It would be. That's the answer to the question. It's like a semi-rhetorical one, but I'm answering it anyway. Yeah, I really think that one of the things you kind of need if you're gonna like walk a long distance on these new like an elytra is so much more valuable now because of how steep the terrain is. And in I would say even though they didn't buff the elytra like they were intending to, or like nerf it. Oh, little snow foxes. Aww. They didn't buff them like they were intending to. The little firework change. Nerf them, buff them. Kind of close. I would like to understand things. Unfortunately, that's not happening. There's a lot of things in life that kind of work best because people don't understand them. Like, I think laws are a great example. Like, you know, okay, here's something I literally can't get over. Like, I'm beyond confused, but it works out for the benefit of everyone that everyone doesn't get it. In the UK, we haven't required face masks to go to a supermarket since July. It was before I came back to the country. And so something like 30% of people would wear one anyway because they're being safe. They're like, all the shops put up signs saying, hey, we'd appreciate if you wore one, but it's your choice. And then in England. Oh, yeah, I forget. It's different in Scotland, isn't it? You know, to me, that's one of the most interesting points of comparison. We have the same country, right? But in two different parts of that country, one part requires masks and one part doesn't. And so you could theoretically use that to model how much more it's spreading as a result, or not spreading as a result of masks, right? Like, I'd love to... I wish we have, like... Again, in, like, 5 years, we'll have the scientific studies that make us all look like idiots for the things we're doing now. Anyway, so, now, if you go... As of, they signed a law, because of this whole variant thing. And as of Tuesday, so yesterday, you legally have to wear a face mask in a store. It's a legal requirement. However, it's not being enforced by police, and every supermarket has said...
My toy cat tags in forever, so here current and back smile, love watching her streams.
Thank you so much, Jen Emerson Hutchins. We're buying a bathtub. I'm saying we're buying a bathtub like it's a past tense thing. It has already happened, let me assure you. I love this music, says Lauren Rose. Me too. But so, so it's a law, but it's not being enforced by police, the government, or by supermarkets. So it's the same situation in terms of practicality of like, they put up signs saying, please wear a mask in the store, it's the law. But way more people do it because they're like, oh, I wasn't going to do it because it was safe for me. I'm not doing it because it's safe for everyone around me. I'm doing it because the law says so, even though there's no backing to that law. But, you know, now it's a law, gotta do it, right? And it's like, but you break laws all the time. And, you know, shouldn't you be doing safe things regardless of what the law says if you're doing it for safety reasons? And it's like, there's a confusing... I don't understand the link, but it's like, I guess it's good that people are like that. Because then again, if you're... regardless of your opinion on what people should do, it's probably better that we don't like heavily enforce it on people who disagree, right? Maybe I'm wrong. So, Kat, do you pay your TV license? I don't watch live TV. Like, if I was gonna watch live TV, of course I would just not pay my TV license anyway. But I don't actually need a TV license. If you're not in the UK, by the way, you have to pay a tax every year to be able to use your TV. That's one of those hilarious, like, sounds like it's a joke things, but is actually true. And something like 60+ % of people do pay the tax. Again, it's called a license fee, and you don't actually pay it to the government, you pay it to the BBC. So 60-something% of households pay the BBC every year for the privilege of watching other TV channels. That's a real thing. If you want to watch TV, even if it's not the BBC, you have to pay the BBC money. It's what, like, even though it sucks as an idea, like, you know, it's a tax on owning a TV basically that you pay every year. It's a subscription fee. It's £12 a month, so it's like it's a YouTube Premium subscription to the government to be able to use your TV set. But it does actually, you know, like a lot of things people love about the BBC and, like, you know, it's great news coverage, etc., does come from that. And so, even though it's a terrible system in theory, because people don't understand how it works and they pay it anyway, then they use that money to make content those people like and that the world likes. And it's a gain for everyone, even though it's a terrible, terrible, terrible system. Like, the more systems like that there are, the more I realize that, like, ooh, I'm glad I'm not in charge. I'd make a utopia, and my utopia would suck. What if you bought TV secondhand? Would they know you owned a TV out to pay tax? So you don't... the only way they can enforce it is they can send very threatening letters, and they just assume everyone has a TV, and they threaten you with very heavy prosecution if you, like... You might get a £1,000 fine and 2 years in prison if you don't pay your TV license. And so, yeah, they just send a letter through the door every, like, 3 months if you don't pay, being like, we will find you and we will hunt you down. They've made up, like, surveillance techniques to see if you're watching live TV that they never enforce. Yeah, no, at least in London, they're, like, pretty harsh about it. Like, I've heard of people having TV inspectors, like, stick their foot in the door and, like, look around their house to see if they've got live TV in there. It's nuts. The old van thing. Now that sounds like a joke. Again, it all sounds like a joke, really. It's a wacky system that works because it doesn't. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I don't pay my TV license because I don't need one. If you don't tell them that you don't need one, okay. So this is what annoys me. It's not enough to just say I don't need it. It's not enough to just not have one because you don't need one. You have to tell the BBC every 2 years that you don't need a TV license. And if you don't write to them and tell them, and by the way, when you write, you have to, like, you know, like, be like, I don't need a TV license because I'm not watching live TV. And they're like, are you sure? If you're, you know, like, and they tried to trick you and be like, maybe if you watch YouTube live streams, that counts as TV. Who knows? And so every 2 years, they come in and they're like, hey, you paid your TV license, mate? You sure you don't need one now? Have you started watching live TV in the last 2 years? Like, no other service gets to do that to you. Imagine if Netflix was like, hey, we noticed that you don't have a Netflix subscription, and we're going to keep annoying you until you confirm you don't need a Netflix subscription, because we don't have any sign right now that you don't. You're going to have to just clarify, you know, just like send us a message. Let us know that you do in fact not need a TV license. I got 7 obsidian from one chest right there. How embarrassing that job title is. Imagine having to tell people that you're the television police. Yeah, it's just one of those things, right? It's one of those things. What's your stance on the new Other Side music disc, says TMD. I should try and get my hands on that, huh? Should try and get my hands on that. They should have a tax rather than a TV license. Nah, because then I'd have to pay the tax, and I'm currently not paying the tax. Where, you know, like, I think the way they should do it is with a subscription fee. I don't know why we're obsessed with this in so many parts of life. It's like, what if we could make everyone pay for things rather than just the people who use it? And it's like, that sounds great when you're getting everyone else to pay for things that you're using, but then you're paying for all these things that you're not. Like, what if we had, because, you know, if people pay for things that they use, then they're the most interested in making sure it's good. You have that ultimate ability to pull out and say, unless you start making good stuff, BBC, I'm not gonna pay the BBC subscription, and sure, that'll suck for me because I won't be able to watch your stuff. But now, like, we have a relationship where, like, it's not just, oi mate, you paid your TV license. If not, you better believe we're gonna be taking some things from your house. It's basically what TV packages are. It's so dumb you can't just have it included in those. You heard it, he's not paying taxes. Again, I don't think I watch live TV. The only time I watch live TV is, I watch, you know, like, I've done it 3 times now. I'm going to do it like a 4th and a 5th for the last 2 races of the season. I watch Formula 1 live in a sports bar, but that's outside my house, and so you don't need a TV license. Which is weird now that I think about it. It's not on the BBC anyway, but like, it's weird that, again, this is like a Sky Sports thing, so like it's a separate company. If I want to watch their live stream of an event happening on the other side of the world, I'd have to pay the BBC money. Oh, whatever. I render distance is Darius. I set it to 51, I think. It's funny, you know, I'm not going to talk about it too much. Wait, they stalk you because you have a TV? No, they assume everyone has a TV, so they get mad with everyone until they fix that. Have you thought about making more videos of Grian, says Dark Mushroom? I think Grian became, like, basically the 2nd biggest modern Minecrafter, right? Am I missing someone? I'm definitely missing someone. Oh yeah, there's always, I always figured about, like, Dream and the likes of that. You know, I like that there's, like, rivaling gangs of Minecraft streamers these days. It's probably good for someone. Are you sure you don't need a TV license, says Person? You would make a good TV license enforcement agent with that sort of attitude. So Kat, what Caribbean country do you want to go to? So it's an honor system thing. You have a TV, it gets their content regardless. Technically, you're supposed to be paying it, but if you actually look at it, yeah, I believe if they found out that you had, yeah, like, basically it's an honor system thing. I mean, when you look at it, most things are an honor system type deal. Like, you know, when you work for someone, you're meant to pay, they're meant to pay taxes on what they're paying you, and then you're meant to pay taxes on what they're paying you after they've paid their taxes. But, like, there's so many jobs where you get paid under the table, and it's like, so what's the punishment? And it's like, there isn't a punishment. Like, we just kind of trust that people are going to pay their taxes. Same with, like, if you've ever been on the New York subway. So New York is a city in America. It's got a population of about 8 million. Have you guys heard of this place? Love the lightning wings and Minecraft Bedrock. I love them too. I don't know what you mean by lightning wings, but I'm going to go along with you anyway. Thank you very much for the tip, by the way, Quake Anderson. I appreciate it greatly. My girlfriend has a really cool TV, but we only use it for Xbox and YouTube stuff. No license needed. It's alright. I'm not a licensed inspector. It's all fine. Anyway, so New York is this very strange city you might not have heard about till just now. And, yeah, basically, the way the subway works there, if you've ever been on it, you have to pay $2.75 to go on the subway. That takes you anywhere on the subway network. It's wacky. There's no, like, different prices for different areas. If you're going one station, it's $2.75. If you're going to the end of the line, $2.75. It's only different if you're going to the airport, because they hate people like me. Because I don't vote in their elections. Anyway, so, if you've ever actually been, though, you'll know that you're meant to pay $2.75. They have no enforcement. And when they do enforce it, people get mad at the idea of, like, hey, what are you doing? Just because they're not paying doesn't mean they shouldn't be able to use the subway like everyone else. And so, what's hilarious is, like, when, like, I don't know, just There's so much rampant fare evasion. The only reason people pay the fare is because it's like, it's easier than jumping it. Like, you pay $2.75, you swipe, it gets you through. Whereas jumping is like, you have to use both your hands on the... Who wants to do that? But like, whenever someone opens this, there's a door that can just open to get past it. And there's just dozens of people going past there all the time. And just long story short, what I'm saying is I paid for the subway every time, but it was an honor system. Like, they don't say it's an honor system because most honor systems work better if you don't say it's an honor system. Wait, this live stream is an honor system. You know, I'm needing your $1.87, chat, but I'm relying on your honor to get there. I'm staring
a mini bundt cake and I feel anger. Our CIO walked around our floor and handed these out as a welcome back gesture. But it's a bundt cake of lies. He just wanted to see who showed up.
Oh yeah, see, that's this is a fun topic, right? Like, if someone does something nice, but they have ulterior motives when they do the nice thing, is it still as nice? Because I think about this a lot. Like, maybe I'm just not a nice person, and that's why I think about it. But you know, like when you do something where you got like not ulterior motives, but like you're doing something that is objectively nice, but you're benefiting yourself by doing so. Right? Like, does it have to be entirely altruistic to be fine? Because obviously we prefer, and like I would like to believe that all the best sources of like and love in my life come from altruism. Hey, Misfix, thank you so much for being the 365th channel member. Welcome to the club. So, Cat, what wish was in Minecraft? Says Tinashe Greenedge. What wish was in Minecraft? Also, Bob Zigala, thank you so much for the $1.87. See, you know, Bob is using the honor system correctly. What about everyone else, huh? That's what psychologists have thought about for centuries. Yeah, I think that there is a... Ooh, another cave. Ooh, quite a deep one. I like finding these little entrances. Oh, God, let's not jump in. Is that a dripstone? No, it's granite. One per day of the year. Yeah, I feel like, what more stuff would you have added to the cave update? Says Cursive Kai. I would have added more biomes, and I would have added caves to the Nether. I would also go for the end, but we can save that for an end update. But the Nether needs better caves. I don't like that they didn't even touch them. They didn't touch the Nether at all this update. They're like, it's not our focus. Focus is the overworld. There's like, but the caves. Anyway, how was the $1.87 figure arrived at? You know, if we were going to do the factual figure, it'd have to be like, that bathtub cost $49. There is 1,000 of you watching right now. Thank you, by the way. And so logically, each of you needs to pay me 4.9 cents. Or we can play ads 25 times. That works. Love your videos, says Tyler Strauss. Thank you so much for the tip, Mr. Tyler. I do appreciate it. I guess Mr. Strauss is probably more accurate. Definitely need a better Never Everything. Oh, I've got to release my video, by the way. It's 10:45. Jesus Christ. How long have I been streaming? I'm sorry. Secrets of the new Minecraft biomes. Oh, I don't have a thumbnail. Oh God. Okay. No, I do have a thumbnail. Okay, let's save that. I think I already saved it actually. Goats.jpg. Okay. Go to the video. Oh my God. What is wrong with me? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm having a bad day. I am okay. There are 14 new biomes in Minecraft. That's a good enough description for me. Okay, the link the secret changes video from yesterday. 30 secret changes. Boom. Okay, and then is that good? That seems good to me. Okay, you can watch the video as soon as the stream's over. Thank you for choosing to do so, if you choose to do so. Oh god. Just, there we go. And nice. Do you know the 14 new biome names off the top of your head? Windswept Savannah, Windswept Hills, Dripstone Caves, Lush Caves, Jagged Peaks, Stony Peaks, Frozen Peaks, Grove, Meadow, Snowy Slopes, Old Growth, Birch Forest, and, you know, biomes no one cares about. Okay, so, public. Let's go. Can't hit public until that. Okay, there's a new video. I haven't watched it at all. We'll find out if it's any good, huh? Keep up the good work, says some. Thank you very much, Miss Fix. I like your name, Miss Fix. It's a very fun name. For experiment with all sort of low profile biome mods, you realize how much the Caves and Cliffs update could have been. Yeah, I get it that, like, you know, it's been a hard year for Mojang, the pandemic. Honestly, right, like, it makes you realize that if Mojang, a company that is made up of people who probably, you know, are very, you know, like, software development is this heavily impacted 1.5 years into this, it's like, yeah, there's gonna be, like, a tail to this. Like, even if we go entirely back to normal now, and there are many people who are desperately trying to not have a normal happen again. Like, oh, guys, we gotta, you know, like, there are people whose job it is to make sure life is not going back to normal, and that's a thing I find interesting. But even if we went back to normal right now, the tail of this, you know, the sweeping edge of, like, things we're not dealing with because it's still in progress, because how do you deal with things while they're happening? It's gonna be so big. It's gonna be huge. I don't even know how I was gonna deal with it. Also, Chance Disher! Tomorrow's my birthday. Please say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Chance Disher. Oh, I feel like is your name really Chance? I don't believe your name is Chance. Chance is a nice name. Oh, Christ. But it's not your real name. Troy, by the way, thank you for the $1.87. The idea of the office is dead, says John Parker. See, I'm not gonna go that far. I feel like, you know, I mean, like, if it is dead, that's cool for me. Like, I'd love to buy some office space. I don't even know what I'd do with it. Honestly, I was thinking of buying, like, if you want to know my thought patterns, I want to buy, like, a studio apartment somewhere and do my YouTube from there, and then, like, but then I realize how, like, terrible that is in practice of, like, I don't want to hop on the tube just to go to another apartment. What would be the chances, eh? Yeah, happy birthday, Chance. But because, like, I feel like having a commute between where you live and where you work, like a really, really short commute, like 2 minutes, is ideal. But maybe then that just means, like, be in the shed in the garden or something. Do it the Bo Burnham way, you know? I'm not so sure. Why are you heading in the X direction? Says Yosef. It's the direction we picked, and it's the direction we're sticking with. I could do some more music right about now. Have we run out? I would despise working in office unless I own the company. Says Dark Dragon Gaming. See, that's the pro tip. If you own the company, it's not an office. It's just a place you happen to own, filled with people who happen to work for you. Offices are dead as soon as all the boomer bosses die. My boss is always breathing down my neck when I work from home, despite not being in the office. Despite not being in the office 70% of the time. Yeah, I mean, a lot of, like, old management techniques is, like, be as present as you can to remind your employees they have to work. Whereas the more modern technique, which, you know, it has different efficacy, is, like, make people feel like it doesn't matter how much they work as long as they get the work done. And it's an interesting difference because, you know, in the 60s, 70s, or whenever these people were born, a lot, like, the world was this egalitarian mess that, like, a lot of people seek today, where, like, you know, like, the difference between a manager, you know, like a CEO at a company, and someone working the production line wouldn't be that huge. It didn't matter how smart you were. It just mattered that you were willing to work hard. Like, that's why so many, you know, like, older people genuinely think that, like, yeah, doesn't matter. Just work hard and the rest will work itself out. You know, go into as many offices as you can until you get the job. Because, like, at one point that was, like, a logical way. When manual labor was the norm. When, you know, like, office work was in a pre-computer age. Also, Misfix, thank you so much for £15 and 6 pence. It's a very random amount, but I am incredibly grateful for it. But yeah, no, now we live in a world where by focusing on results instead of focusing on effort, it's really great for people who are, I don't know how to describe it correctly, but like lazy smart lazy, where you're willing to put more thought into something to save time. I think it'd be like vain to describe myself that way, but a lot of people feel this way, right? Where it's like, also I'm just gonna fly a few thousand blocks because we're like an hour and a half in, and we're a little bit below the track I'd like to be. And so yeah, I feel like the modern day equivalent is a problem because no matter how hard you work, if you don't have the brain power to work out how to work, then it doesn't matter. And this is like, actually, like, I'd love to be like, yeah, and I'm totally doing the opposite. No, like, when I work on employing people, I don't care that it took you 6 hours to edit a video that someone edited in 1 hour. I can't pay you 6 times more, right? Like, and so, like, you know, like, it makes sense that we switch to that incentive system. But it's also like, you know, it's a new set of winners and losers, I guess. And whenever you create a shift like that, you create a, I don't know, like a deep, you know, that's like the actual, one of the, oh god, okay, it's fine. You know, creating winners and losers is like a non-ideal system, right? No one wants to actually be having that happen, but it happens. IMO automation should help make everyone's job easier, not take them away, says Mark Q. Automation, okay, so I'm not qualified to talk about this in the slightest. But my take on automation is like, when automation takes your job away, it makes everyone else's life easier by making it cheaper. Like, hypothetically, if you automate 90% of jobs right now, probably too many. Let's say 10% of jobs. Like, those 10% of people probably will find something else. You know, someone's going to work out some use for them, even if it's, you know, and now everyone has access to the things those 10% of people did for effectively free, besides running costs and capital payments. You know, like, do you ever go to, like, ooh, look at this. It's another meadow. But there's so many tasks we used to do by hand, where we're now like, oh god, did someone really used to get paid? That sounds like hell.
USD without realizing it converts it to pounds when it displays.
It's just, so that was a $20, okay, that was a $5 tip, a $20 tip, and a $15 tip. Thank you so much for being so generous, Mr. Misfix. I mean, Mr. or Mrs. Misfix. I guess you could guess from the first 3 letters being Miss. It's slightly more likely to be Miss than Mr. Or we could assume from the more money that it's a guy. There we go. See? Get back to the gender wars. Should we make the tier list, but do it by average earnings? You know, people say that women earn 23% less than men. And I say, you know, come on boys, if we all work a little bit harder today, we can get that figure up to 24% by the end of the week. Yeah, so Kat, are you okay? You look sad, says Marbet. Aren't we all sad all of the time? Is that a no? I member only tier list video. Yeah, that's a good. Honestly, I bet there's some money to be made in like, you know, with a channel like mine that has tens of thousands of people who watch videos, but are like, if I just upload a video called Gender Tier List, people would be so mad at the idea, and like when you're mad, you might be like, well, I need to see what he's saying, and then boom, I got my $3 or whatever. I don't actually know how much I make from a member, but I got my member money. This is a very good idea. Let's make that gap bigger. I am in fact referencing that exactly. Is the Elytra gonna break? Been flying for a while. Probably so. Yeah, we need to get our flying in done like rapidly. So let's fly up, fly up, fly up. Let's fly to the new height limit, shall we? Oh, look at this. This is glorious. Ba 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 ba. Do. Thank you, Lil Timmy. This man would be great at making a podcast. Again, I think we've said for January, given that there's no ad revenue anyway, let's try a podcast. Let's do it. I'll do one episode. We'll test the waters, and we'll see how things go. I think it's a fun idea. Call it Philosophy of Toycat. Oh, there we go. That's actually a smart idea, right? No, it has to be like podcast names have to be really generic, so that you can talk about them, and people will be like, ooh. No one wants to watch a thing called that. You want it to be called like the Enter the Arena. You want it to be called like Green Peas and Toast. You know, it's gotta be abstract and confusing, or people won't like it. By the way, thank you, Misfix. It's Mister. I love you. See, by the way, chat nailed it with that prediction. You know, looked at the gender tier list. I'm gonna offend people soon. Toycat hot takes. I love your videos. I just want to be generous since I'm usually unable to tune into your streams because I'm at work. I'm glad you're making an exception for 1.18. Oh, new music. Oh, hitting that spot just right. Don't dance and drink at the same time. I don't want one of my favorite YouTubers to die, says Goran Vickers. Now that is a good name for a podcast. Don't dance and drink at the same time. I don't want my favorite YouTubers to die. By the way, I love this. Like this right here, add this music in. Now we're vibing. We are... This is what I'm talking about. Turn up the music, please. Okay, you know what? You've convinced me. Up goes the music. There you go. Just for you. Okay, I'm sorry. Make a podcast called Occasionally Broken Silence. See, and that'd be funny because I talk so much that it would be the opposite of correct. Dancing and drinking is so much fun, though. I think most dancing happens after drinking, and most drinking does lead to dancing. By the way, look how obvious the snowiest snow is from here. Oh yeah, this is good. This is what I'm talking about. I love this music. Toycat does a moderate amount of trolling. If you do too much trolling, people expect you to troll. If you do no trolling, then you're wasting your leash on life. Gravel talk, says Chris Buck. That's actually a good idea. There we go. Gravel talk with Toycat. What's your render distance? 51 chunks. I love that we can set it down to the precise number now. Minecraft warns me this render distance is likely to cause crashes. For what it's worth. But yeah, no, I love talking too much. It's a problem. You know, sometimes you're just like, okay, so, you know, can you have an altruistic act? Truly, you know, I genuinely think that you're like, okay, you know what, Pookie? I think your boss going around and giving out cake as a way to see who's in the office, I don't think that's mean. I think that's like, yeah, okay, he would like to do a thing, but if he does the thing, it comes across as not nice. So he does a very nice thing, And it's like, it's covering up for his thing that he would be doing anyway. I guess you could argue that, like, ooh, if he thinks to himself, I can't be seen to be bad in front of my employees, mahahaha, I shall cover it up. I can see the difference there. Calling it universal time coordinated to a US time zone is complicated, especially when you're dealing with data that spans multiple years. I think the, I'm gonna look under here. Oh, so sad. The music is hitting that happy nerve. Yeah, so I'm, oh Christ, this is weird. I would have even assumed that this was, oh, we are so deep in this. I'm new to your channel, you've inspired me so much and have turned me around from bad to good. Keep up the work. You know what? You were never bad before. It was the people around you who were bad. Altruism is an interesting debate. I say there is no such thing. I'm standing by my point that if I drop money on the ground without knowing about it, and then someone gets benefit from it, that is a truly altruistic act. I'm standing by that. If I sneeze and that disease gets into the face of someone who is gonna murder someone, and then it, like, you know, they die of the virus or whatever I give them, that is an altruistic act.
Final tip for today.
Whoa!
Thank you for always making my days brighter.
Thank you so much, Miss Vix, for making my evening just a little bit brighter. I guess money-er. More money filled. No, thank you so much. Me after picking up $4 on Walmart's floor. See, whoever lost that $4, genuinely altruistic act. See, Miss Fix's $50 tip, as nice as it was, technically speaking, they got a tiny thing out of it. You know, like I said their name and wow, they got to read that, had their message read out. See, but then you can argue, like, rather than trying to argue about altruism, shouldn't we just say, sometimes you do nice things where you get a tiny benefit, but the nice makes the big benefit worthwhile. For instance, if I do the nice thing of, like, I'm going to feed a starving child in Africa, but in exchange for that, I kill 400 homeless people, it's like, that's actually an evil act, and I don't know why you'd even say that, Toycat, right? Whereas if I feed an entire continent of people, but I have to murder someone to do it, you'd be like, that's still a good deed. I mean, murder's bad. But, hey, good luck on your challenge, says Rossi. Or maybe we could ultimately say, isn't, because murder might not be justifiable. Thank you very much, by the way, Rossi. Couldn't we at least just say, to simplify it down, that, like, at the very least, feeling good about what you've done is fine. You can't pretend that because you feel good and other people don't feel good, you're a better person than them, maybe. Although even then, actually, you know, what does it matter? If I'm in a soup kitchen, I don't really mind why you're feeding me. I just mind that I'm getting food and that I will not starve today. Just tuned in, is Toycat defending murder again? You know what? This is the world's only pro-murder YouTube channel, and it's really disappointing. Are we feeding the homeless to the children in Africa? You know, I guess that's the only logical way. I'm officially depressed to the point where intellectual discussions no longer help me. Lol, says Mark Yu. Yeah, when you're the levels of down you can get to are pretty. You know, there's this really bad feeling when you realize that nothing's helping anymore. And that's one of the worst places to be. Because at least everywhere else you could be like, oh yeah, I know I just need this one thing. You just need this one thing and everything's going to be okay. And even though you know the one thing isn't really achievable, you know, I feel like I know people in this situation, you tell yourself, the one thing, it's fine, it's going to happen. And you don't think about other alternatives. But at least you got the one thing to focus on. And, you know. But then once you lose that one thing, it's like hard. And how do you go somewhere from there? I really don't know. I really don't know. A rising tide lifts all boats, said Ned Aaron. Yeah, I like that as the explanation as to why, like, you know, YouTubers do well after a update or something like that. Solving homelessness by feeding them to starving African children. I intend to solve all homelessness But I intend to cut homelessness in half. Every single one of them, I'm going to do it manually. See, I'm making old joke. By the way, look at this beach biome right here. This is a wacky beach biome. This is a nice beach I'm on right now, huh? This is a very good beach. I love it. Solve overpopulation and world hunger at the same time. I know I have to go on this like red pill subject every time. Is it blue pill? No, red pill. But we don't have an overpopulation problem. We have a massive underpopulation problem. Like in the developing world, it's the reverse for another 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I have to keep going. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Anthony. My friends may not want to hang out with me anymore, but at least I have one of my favorite YouTubers here to keep me from boredom. I'm sorry about your friends, Anthony. They suck. You'll find new friends. I mean, like, maybe you won't soon, but eventually it's gonna happen. How much did you travel? 37,000 blocks. If a homeless person lives in a cardboard box and that cardboard box is their home, therefore they are no longer homeless. QED.
I have to
Whoa,
get going. Keep up the amazing work.
That a 75.32. You know what? We got 2 bathtubs now. We got 2 bathtubs. Thank you so much, Miss Vix. I do appreciate it. You know, doesn't matter that it's not truly altruistic. What matters is that your boy has 2 bathtubs. Yeah, that's the right number of bathtubs. Let me tell you. But yeah, no, I think that feeling good about doing good things is fine if it leads you to doing good things, right? Double Bucks Fizz. I'm gonna buy so much Bucks Fizz. So much of it. Thanks, Toycat. You're my motivation to make a long-term world. I'm glad that I could be your inspiration, motivation, generation. Name the podcast Cheap Bathtubs. Cheap Bathtubs. Sounds like a store that you'd find in a dodgy business park. And no one would ever be going in or out, but somehow, on paper, it would be making a lot of money. Cheap bathtubs. That's a good idea, Keegan Gallup. You know, if your podcast name isn't the same as a questionable off-ramp style store, I don't know what is. Sorry, inexpensive bathtubs. Ooh, yeah, inexpensive bathtubs. There we go. For us, a second ago, I was watching little changes that happened in 1.18. Oh, I should see how my video's doing, the one I published while I was streaming. Do you think it's doing well, chat? Or do you think we need to buy some life insurance? You know, did you know you can't kill yourself for 2 years after 2 years after getting life insurance? I bet you didn't. Okay, let's go to YouTube. Let's see how the video's doing. Like you can, but you don't get the life insurance money, is what my point is. I bet you didn't know that. It's doing okay. It's not doing great. I mean, to be fair, I launched it at 10:45. And it's honestly, like, it seems like a mean policy. But, like, if you think about it, it's, by the way, Will, Misfix, can you say happy birthday, CatHacker421 for someone in chat? Happy birthday, CatHacker421 for someone in chat. Ba 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 ba. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you so much for joining the Cool Cat Club. Well, who's gonna shop me? The life insurance police? My point was that you don't get it paid out. And this is, okay, this is actually like a surprisingly controversial topic. Also, look at this. There's a little lush cave at the bottom of this biome. That's fun. It's like there's just 4 little lily pads, whatever they're called. Drip leaves. I like that. That's fun. Any ideas on what you do with all the newly created landscape, says John Parker? I think, again, depending on the world size this creates, I might have to leave this as being just a copy forever. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. My assumption so far is that we're gonna have to. Oh look, winter mode. Winter mode, winter mode. I love me some winter mode. When all the trees go white. Do 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 do. Thank you so much, Rosie, for becoming the 369th channel member. You know, I was been a bit bummed that, like, you know, we haven't had many members this December. But, you know, we're doing amazing. Thank you for the Christmas gifts. The only gift I want for Christmas this year is 400 members. That's why we have member goals. Oh god, oh god. Okay, so don't try and walk through. When it's snowing, it actually is hard to tell snowy or snow apart. Actually, even then, not, right? Actually, is it? No, it's not. You just gotta actually look where you're going. Isn't this beautiful? I love this. Anyway, yeah, no, so life insurance won't pay out if you buy life insurance, then kill yourself within 2 years. You won't get paid out on that. And it's interesting because, there's two opinions you can have on this. One is like, actually, it's pretty good that they'll pay out for suicide at all. Like, it's life insurance. It's not, you know, like, here is free money anytime you want to off yourself. Because, you know, the way insurance works is if they, you know, if insurance has to pay out, they make everyone in the same, like, demographic pay more. Like, again, it's insurance. It's not magic money tree. It is, we are all paying for the fact that this is going to happen to some of us. And the opposite argument is like, no, suicide is a cause of death just like any other. Like, no one is choosing to kill themselves for financial reasons. If you are choosing to kill yourself, it's because you are very in a bad place. Even if you're doing it for financial reasons, that means that you're, oh man, look at the size of this biome. Oh my god. This is quite the biome to be walking through, huh? Ooh, we hit some render distance flaws. And so, yeah, I think that there is a interesting debate there about, like, is suicide ever voluntary, you know? Are you ever choosing to? Or is it your last resort? You know, as someone who's been suicidal, like, it felt like it was a choice. You don't feel like, but like, you know, as I also have like a, I have a problem in my relationship with food. I'm not choosing to eat far too much food. Like, I am, but it's not a fully voluntary decision, right? Like, we have this interesting question about human agency, because we all like to believe we're fully in control of our bodies when it suits us, but then when it suits us to say that, like, I have no control, we say that. Like, oh, yeah.
ibxtoycat, I'm the guy that twittered you about the McBrender distance yesterday, so I wanted to pay my toy cat tax.
Thank you so much, Finn Scribner. I appreciate you for not only twittering me, but then also, by the way, we can see the trees. They're all gonna magically stop being green. Look over there. Trees are white now, but all of a sudden they're gonna be green. It's gonna be based on the, oh, that's so weird to see. Look at that. You see that happen right there? Ooh, that's weird. I didn't know it was so slow. Oh yeah, it like ticks almost. Anyway, suicide's never the right choice. It's very selfish, Imo. See, that's another fascinating argument to me. Like, it blew my mind learning that some people say that suicide is a selfish choice. And it's like, nah, man, you're giving up the most valuable thing you have. Imagine saying that, like, when you give your money to charity, that's a very selfish choice because you don't pay taxes on it. And as you know, taxes are the cornerstone of our society. It's like, nah, you're giving your money up. You can't. I mean, I guess we as a society do it anyway. But yeah, it's a fascinating argument because, like, that's from the perspective of the suicidee, right? From the perspective of everyone who is going to be alive. Because, let's be honest, we don't value the opinion of dead people very much. So once they're dead, it's over. Actually, yeah, that was really selfish, wasn't it? Now someone has to see that. You know, someone has to, like, look at... Even, like, if you live by yourself, it's going to be days, maybe weeks, till someone, like, finds that, and it's going to be gross for them. Or if you don't live alone, loved ones are going to... It's like, oh, yeah, that's not pleasant, huh? That's not gonna be fun. They're not gonna enjoy that, probably. I mean, I don't know what they're into. And so, yeah, it's like, is it the ultimate, selfish? I don't know. What I think is insane is that some casinos are marked as non-profits. I mean, as long as you don't make a profit, right? Also, yeah, you took out time for work. How are you? Says Andrea Flores. I'm doing pretty good today. I mean, I'm like, again, besides, I just kind of did a bad job of my video stuff. But otherwise, also, welcome to the ibxtoycat channel, pro-murder, pro-suicide. I mean, suicide is just murdering the most important person in the world, right? I mean, if you're pro-murder, you kind of have to be pro-suicide. But yeah, I think that, sorry, but I'm committing Toycat tax fraud, says Popular Craft TRM. The beautiful thing about Toycat tax is it works in an honor-based system where you can choose whether or not to pay. Obviously, we'll all judge you if you don't. And I'm just kidding. No, see, it's the best type of system where, like, when you do, it feels good for you, and then also, wow, now we all know you a little bit better. It's a very good set of logic. Why was the render distance lowered on MCPE? Because there's so much more terrain to render in now. So much more terrain. Can my Toycat tax be $0? Yeah, it can be, buddy. I wonder what would happen if we allowed $0 tips. Like, I want to try that one day. Be like, the minimum tip amount is 1 cent. I actually can't do 1 cent because it would cost the credit card company money to process that. But like, okay, you can pay to access the button, or you can just add the message on screen yourself. Like, it'd go terribly, but I wonder how terribly. Or maybe go up. Maybe people are nice. People aren't nice. Minus $1 tip. I wish that you could leave negative tips. Like, if the whole argument is like, yeah, depending on the quality of service, I get to decide whether someone gets to pay their bills or not, then it's like, the minimum shouldn't be 0. The minimum should be like -50. It should be like, you ruined my... Also, hey Toycat, how are you enjoying 1.18 so far? It's been good. It's been good. It's not tax fraud, it's tax evasion. Exactly. No fraud required whatsoever here. A negative tip, your bank account goes womp. Like, I should be able to be like, actually, bring e-mugging back. That's an old reference, Denya. It does check out though. Okay, everyone, this is an e-mugging. Put your hands up. Put your hands above your head. Put your 16 credit card numbers in the field, and make sure you do that, everyone. All Java players get a negative $50 tip for a Nagtwit salmon. Old reference, even I get it. Man, because I've only been streaming regularly for the last like 3-4 years, it feels like so long. It feels like, how has anyone been here since the beginning of the regular streams? I just don't even know. I don't know how that's possible. It doesn't seem like it should be possible. But Toycat, I don't have a mug. I use regular cups. 425. It's only 1 year old, if that. I think that you're a 1 year old, Mr. Orange Brian Smith. By the way, Hexaterran, I missed your tip. It's terrible. You gave the first tip in forever, and then, or like first tip ever, not in forever. See, the first tip in forever is functionally the same thing as the first tip ever, but colloquially it means something very different. And that just goes to show how fascinating people are. So we're gonna fly up nice and high for this last bit. We're gonna get ourselves within like 2,000 blocks and walk the rest. Because we're gonna go over an ocean, and oceans suck. Wow, 2 mushroom islands quite far apart, but still next to each other. Thoughts on Australia's vaccine mandate, says Cash for Ash. I think, okay, honestly, if you live in a country with a, if you live in a country that has universal healthcare, paid for by the taxpayers, I can see the logic that, like, yeah, we get to decide what you do health-wise for yourself, because it costs, like, in a country where healthcare is for the individuals to deal with, if you smoke or drink or eat poorly, not my problem, dude. You know, if you're taking recreational drugs, I don't mind. In a country where, you know, my healthcare costs are paid by you, and your healthcare costs are paid by me. You know, actually, I would like it if you stop drinking, please. Like the logic they're using to impose a mandatory, because like a few countries are trying something like this, like fining you if you don't get a COVID vaccination. It's like, yeah, because you're costing the country money when you give someone COVID, or when you get COVID, and then you're taking up a hospital bed that someone else desperately needs. Like, I get it on some level, right? But then the argument should be like, actually, maybe instead of just ending it at vaccines, why stop there? Why not say, actually, I see you ate a suboptimal diet today, friend. You had 28 grams of fiber, when really you need about 35 grams of fiber to have a healthy stool movement. And so I'm going to be fining you $5 until you can correct this. You know, you have till the end of the day. Otherwise, no. Like, oh, you don't like that? Okay, you can opt out of the healthcare that I'm paying for. You know, that'd be the ideal system. Ooh, yeah, this is dangerous. Chat, what do you reckon? Should we stop flying soon? It'll be fine. It's not gonna break. It's not gonna break on me. It's not gonna break. See, it's fine. No breaking. Yeah, we're great. We're perfect. Yeah. Socialism is evil, says Cancer's attitude. I see what you're doing there. Ooh. The NHS sucks already, says the distortion. Yeah, so let's just kick a ton of people off it. Easy problem. Easy solution, I should say. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna fly real close to the ground until my elytra breaks now. And then I'm gonna finish by getting up nice and high. Which I guess nice and high doesn't matter after a certain point, right? It is going to break. I don't know, everyone. I don't know, it doesn't look like it's gonna break to me. Okay, let's walk the rest now. Do you like Warhammer Toy Cat? Oh yeah, I was really into 40k, and I loved Dawn of War on the, I love Dawn of War. It's a good game. I wish I had a Let's Play channel. Like, I have a third channel, but now I upload real videos there. I want to just play weird games from my childhood. Is that too much to ask? You should change the title to Traveling 50,000 Blocks instead of Walking. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you calling me a liar, Peen? Well, I'm going to call you a liar. You know, you say European, but you don't even live in... You know, that joke would work better if you weren't European. You say you're not... You know, I can't work it out. Took out 6th channel for Let's Plays. But the problem is the 3rd channel has the perfect URL for Let's Plays. It's a whole problem. I still want to make finance videos there. I just keep putting it off and forgetting. It's terrible. Toycat's going to have as many channels as Fingers. Even the Shorts channel, I'm like, did we make a mistake doing this? I'm a big freedom person, but what you put in your body is your business, because even with universal healthcare, you're still paying for it. But with universal healthcare, everyone's paying. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like the whole, if everyone pays for themselves at dinner, then everyone has to make sure that they get the amount of food they want. If everyone's paying for everyone at dinner, and someone gets steak, you're now paying for their steak, and so you should get a steak, because otherwise you're losing out on free steak. And then if everyone thinks that, now everyone has to get a steak, when really everyone was perfectly happy getting the what's a restaurant, like the pasta. Like that's the problem with pooled spending, is like, it makes sense for, like, for things like cancer, no one's choosing to get cancer because it's free to do so. No one's choosing to get hit by a car because it's free to do so. But the cost of smoking should be passed on to smokers. The cost of, you know, right? Like, if these things cost everyone money, then rather than costing everyone money, it costs you money, is my take, right? In the same way that, like, what's a dumb example? What's something I actively do pay for? Or, you know, I know. Like, the example of the New York subway, it costs $2.75 regardless where you ride. When I ride a really long way on the underground, it costs me more money than if I don't. I am using more of this total, and so I will pay for more of this total. Lobster roll insurance. You know, I've got an idea, everyone. What if everyone paid for everyone else's lobster rolls? Anytime you want a lobster roll, it'll come out of our collective taxes. Obviously, I consume a lot more lobster rolls than on average, but like, I like lobster rolls anyway, so. We have to have vaccine passes in Canada to get in places, but we don't need vaccines to get in the grocery stores. But many other places you need a pass, so basically there. Ooh, they should not be doing this with this level of Felicia, huh? Living life on the edge. Yeah, no, a lot of countries have gone the vaccination-proof route. I'm like proud of the UK not, because mostly because I can't prove I'm vaccinated, because the that's a rant for another day. Despite I put it in my arm. I just want the social benefits and the ability to leave the country. That's so much to ask. No one is crashing scooters, but it is free to do so. Says John Parker. I would argue that, like, yeah, you know, if e-scooters are so dangerous and they're causing kind of crashes, then maybe I should be paying for my e-scooter injury, right? Also, why'd you say pasta instead of pasta? Pasta is yes. I think it's Americans who say pasta, and I say pasta, right? Unless you're saying, like, I'm like pasta. Would vegetarians also have to pay the lobster roll tax? Yeah, vegetarians would have to pay the lobster roll tax. Because, you know what? Lobster is a vegetable. Get over it, you know, vegetarians. Like, I get that cows are cute. I saw a video where cows were taught to play fetch. Adorable. Okay, don't eat cows. I haven't done so since... I haven't eaten cow in a while, huh? It's been like 4 days. Don't you dare eat cows. No cows for you, friends. Everyone who disagrees with my political views should pay a tax to me, says Hexateron. There we go. Problem solved. I'm a vegetarian. I eat lobster because lobster's a no. There we go, cheese god. My man. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just gonna swim to these mountains. Mentally, they're vegetables. See, if you'd call yourself a vegetarian, but you wouldn't eat your brain-dead granddad, then I don't think you're really that into eating vegetables, you know? I think that, there is a... By the way, pasta is delicious. I want to just mention... Like, I went through like a multi-year spree of never getting pasta at a restaurant. Because, Burger and Lobster should sponsor you, says the distortion. Burger and Lobster fries are so good. Like, the lobster rolls are great. The lobster burger's something. I don't think it's the best thing in the world. It's, like, good. But the lobster roll at Burger and Lobster, moi. Moi, 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 moi. He's really trying to get cancelled here, Lamau. I believe all you have to do to not get cancelled is say, I agree with the prevailing beliefs, and I think polarization is so strong, and we need to find a way so that voices like mine can be de-amplified so that we can actively serve the communities who are offended by the things that I have said. Boom. That covers every single apology I'm going to have to make, except when it comes out that I murdered a guy in 1997. That apology is going to have to change a few words. I guess the marginalized group there would be the murdered people, right? Like, the most marginalized you can be is if you lose your life, in my opinion. Anyway, what's your opinion on fish and chips, Toycat? I'm pro fish and chips. I like fish and chips a lot. Since moving to London, I haven't found my local fish and chip shop. Like, there is a fish and chip shop which is local to me, but I don't know if it's good. And then there's a not local one that I can order from, but it was crazy expensive. I paid £9 for a Savoy and then a fish cake and chips or something. It was horrific. I was mugged, let me tell you. Yeah, I don't know. When you were a child, weren't you like 1 in 1997? Yeah, it's the perfect alibi. It's the perfect alibi. No one suspects 1-year-olds. Okay, look at this, chat. Look at this. 49,999 blocks. And now we're just never going to finish the live stream. It's not over until we hit 50,000 blocks. nice sunny day in London. Oh boy, do I love the sun. Magic trick. I got Digimon the movie here. I found it in my. I've been sorting out all my games, and I found this. Which, side note, I love Digimon. Get out of here if you don't like Digimon. Yeah, I love Digimon the movie. Oh, you can't see the movie bit because of the green screen. If you read the back of this, oh, you can't read the back because of the green. Anyway, it says, Digimon is better than Pokemon. Hands down better than Pokemon, something like that. It's very funny. And I'm gonna watch this tonight. Digimon, you mean budget Pokemon? Someone ban Brian Smith. Wait, I'll ban Brian Smith. User in timeout. No more talking for you, Brian Smith. Bad opinion. Wait, let's find any more negative Digimon opinions to ban. Say something bad about Digimon, chat. Say it. Say it. I challenge you. Digimon was it's bad, says Cancer's attitude. Ooh, get timed out. Yeah, gone. Over. What is Digimon? Oh god, there's so many. Digimon's just okay. Okay. This is a timeout as far as I'm concerned. Digimon bad? That's a timeout. Yeah, this has become a brutal dictatorship, as all Toycat properties do. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the live stream. As you can see, we've hopped over the line. 50,001 blocks traveled. I'm sorry if people can't comment because they got timed out for their bad Digimon opinions. But you need to take down like 3 blocks. Love your streams. Yeah, we were at a really nice set of coordinates. If we just, let's do it. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's really nice. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed Digimon. What is your comment, Jeff Watkins? What if I didn't enjoy it? What are you gonna do then? If you didn't enjoy the live stream, make sure not to like it because you'll send the algorithm the wrong message about it. And I'll see you tomorrow, where I'll be probably making the, let's be honest. Tomorrow what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a plastic straw and I'm going to light it on fire to show how much I care about the environment. Oh god, it actually burned. I mean, I like it. I don't know what I was expecting. Pro tip, don't inhale plastic fumes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all. Oh yeah, my bathtub comes in 7 days now. Are we excited for the bathtub? Hope you're excited for the bathtub. You should be excited for the bathtub. Okay, wait, is this the bathtub? I'm gonna share with you the bathtub again. Just a reminder, the bathtub is coming in the 6th bathtub stream. Oh, that's what I have to call it, Mallow. Toycat's bathtub stream. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye. Do you want to see around my... I'm buying some new stuff for the office soon, by the way. It feels just a bit... I don't know, like that corner isn't great either. It's a suboptimal work environment. Like this is a huge room. This room is like the size of some studio apartments, but it's like also terribly usable. Oh god. Aww.